So I took this course from Mark Rober. I saw him showing it in one of his videos. He was trying to make a course that anyone could try to get into his engineering process, and I really liked the whole video. No, that's wrong. I liked the whole course, and I'm really not used to standing like this with camera. Anyway, the thing was that after this course was completed, they asked me to answer a few of the questions, and yeah, that's where I'm sitting here right now. So if you wonder why I'm looking at the side all the time, I actually have a script because I forget what I was supposed to answer otherwise. What I liked most about the experience, it was interesting to see how Mark thought up his process from idea to making the whole thing work in the end. I'm a mechanical engineer at my daily job, and this was really interesting to see how other people do this process, because my kind of creation or creative process is more chaotic. I just have some kind of vague line I'm following, but in general I'm just flying here and there. What I learned by this course is time management. It's a really hard it's really hard to manage your time, especially for me, since I really want to challenge myself, and by challenging myself I tend to get a bit over creative and start doing things that are really hard and takes lots more time than I have. I'm quite satisfied with my finished builds. There were three. I made 3 of them, although none of them were really perfect maybe, but all of them was functional, even somewhat a bit buggy, but they still worked. I always had to rush the finish line, which maybe isn't the best, but hey, whatever. What the projects were like. I like the idea of separating the different kind of engineering, like the electrical engineering, the mechanical, and then trying to combine them into one piece. Although I'm more used to mechanical, so I kind of went a bit over the top at the mechanical, and when doing the electrical, that's where I really had to learn a lot about Arduinos and stuff, even though I had already been doing stuff with them before. But all in all, I like that separating these things and then trying to combine them. It's a really good idea. How I connected with my peers. I think I connected well with most of my peers, although I like the kind of conversation to be a bit more fluent. I mean, people generally answered when you asked things, but it feels like this is very dependent on how social people are that are taking this course. So maybe some of the groups were very social and having a really good time, and some groups were less social but still having a good time, I guess. How I found the 30-day structure. Again, the biggest problem I had was managing my time, but that's up to me. I'm kind of quite the optimist when it comes to managing time. I always think I would be able to do much more with the time I have, and I never really count in Murphy and all his problems with just general stuff that should work but doesn't work. Who I'd recommend this class to? I'd recommend this class to anyone who's interested in getting a basic kind of structure in how to make their ideas come alive. I'd also recommend this class to even those that are quite at an advanced skill level, because it makes you push yourself a bit more and develop your skills. How you think this class is different from other online classes? I haven't taken other online classes, so it's kind of hard to me to Yeah, it's hard for me to answer that question, but I think the thing I liked about this, that it's not really, there aren't any exams or anything. This is a class for fun. It's not a class that you have to be on deadline or anything, even though that it helps with keeping up to the tempo. I think it's quite a high tempo, so I think you should kind of scale down your ideas a bit some, so you don't have to stress that much. I mean, try to make something that you feel is something that you can manage in the time, or even something that you think, oh, this will be easy to do during the time, because maybe that will just be enough. Otherwise, I think this was a really good course. Even though I stressed a lot about making my builds complete, I also had to learn to talk to a camera and video editing that I never done before. And I've done some music editing, well, a lot of music editing when I was younger, but video editing, never. But it was kind of the same feel, like trying to mix the timing and stuff. So I think, all in all, I would be continuing to making stupid inventions or something along these lines, although not at this kind of stressed pace. I will be putting them up on YouTube, and yeah, it's a fun side project, because I like the idea of not everything has to be something that I have a use of. It can sometimes just be something that's fun to build. Yeah, that's all from me. Thanks.